Psalms, and we're going to explore Psalm 11 through 18 this evening. Psalms, of course, just by way of a little bit of review and warm-up, was Israel's hymnal. And Psalms are poetry laced with strong theology intended to be sung or accompanied with musical instruments. The Hebrew term, Tehillim, is praises. And 55 of these are specifically addressed to the chief musician. And the Greek term was psalmoi, poems to be sung to a stringed instrument, or psalter, which is a harp or stringed instrument. So it's from those terms that we get our English term for psalms. And they have the nature of poetry. Now, when you and I think of poetry, we think of phonetic design. Our poems in the West typically have parallelism of sound, what we call a rhyme, or parallelism of tempo or time, the rhythm. And so, but that's phonetic in both cases. Hebrew poetry is not really focused on the phonetic design, but the conceptual design. And it indulges in the parallelism of ideas, a comparative parallelism to illuminate things, contrastive parallelism for antithesis, and completive or synthetic ones. And we'll also find terms like Selah throughout here, which is disputed by some scholars. It's certainly a pause. Some people think it's just for the musical side of it. But many very learned scholars that I respect highly emphasize that it's probably a pause to connect ideas. So we're dealing with concepts here. And truth, not tunes, in other words. And synonymous parallelism is when the second line restates the first. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? Two expressions that are parallel. One simply restates the second one. Then there's antithetic parallelism, just the opposite. The lines are in contrast to one another. Here's an example. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. See, the two ideas are contrastive. It's like two sides of a coin, in a sense. They're opposites, and yet they're parallel in another sense. Then there's synthetic parallelism, and that's where each successive line expands or amplifies the first. And the statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. And you've probably sung that in some songs, but in any case, it's, I'm sure, very familiar, but it's an example of what they call synthetic parallelism. And of course, the Psalms have many sources, 73 specifically ascribed to David, and a group of others, the oldest one probably being the one written by Moses himself. 148 are